Bet you didn't know. Bet you didn't know. Bet you didn't know. Bet you didn't know.
Skibbity Riz, Ohio.
Indeed. Ohio. All right.
Skibbity Riz, St. Louis.
Okay.
I gotta turn this fucking
Squibbly Bada, Alabama. I don't know.
Twillet Riz, Huntsville. Phantom Tax.
Okay.
I'm just saying what the kids say. I don't even know what the hell any of that means.
Is that what kids are saying?
That's what kids are saying. Yeah.
Nice.
Skibbity Riz, Ohio, Phantom Tax or some shit.
My God,
Good.
kids are stupid. What up, Devin?
Devin, good evening, brother. Good evening. It is a Tuesday night. As a matter of fact, we are approximately a week and a half from Rocket City Drags, Prince Adam.
That's correct. 9
That
days.
is 9 days and rocking and rolling. It's going to be a great turnout, man. Super excited about it. And oh, yeah, really, I just want to relax on the podcast. I want to start thinking about everything we got to do to get ready for XRP.
Okay. You don't need any anxiety-inducing
Nope, don't need that.
lists or anything like that.
Nope, don't.
Howdy,
Uncle
Uncle Parker.
Steve. What's good, brother Steve? Uncle brother Steve. But yeah, man, busy week, busy days. Adam, I know you just been having a super, super busy of a day. And, you know.
It's actually been not a super busy day, which
Oh.
makes it a super crazy day in my brain because as much as it's fun to sit there for 9 hours and not work, it's not fun to sit there for 9 hours and
not work.
or get anything accomplished. So,
How do they know you're even sitting there?
well, I mean, I couldn't get into the fucking system. That's how they know I'm sitting there. I couldn't do a damn thing because I tried.
Well, I'm saying I'd have fucking left. Be like, fuck this. I'm out. Bike ride,
Yeah,
dispensary.
something. I mean, I don't even need to go there.
I don't even know.
I gotta flop out a back tire.
Oh, no.
Yeah, I keep blowing out back tires. This one, it was my fault for buying the wrong type of nozzle. I bought the standard or the Schrader instead of the Presta, the real long, thin one.
Oh, I got you.
Because
You didn't buy a Star tire, did you?
No. I wish Daco made tires. That'd really save my day. 'Cause I'm
Daco bike tires.
I'm so sick of blowing out tires every time I go ride.
Mike, what's good, brother?
What's good, Mike? I like jumping off curbs and stuff like that, but I've
Yeah.
had nothing but sidewalks, just sidewalks that are off, an inch and a half or something.
The fact you're blowing tires is mind blowing.
Yeah,
Pun intended.
yeah.
I'm
Getting fat.
surprised Hoosier doesn't make bike tires.
Yeah, I mean, I keep putting in the green slime tube, which is helpful because when I blow it, I can pump it up. I might lose air for another 5-10 minutes, but eventually it kind of seals up enough to where I can at least get home. So I'm not walking or pushing it. So that part's cool.
Yeah.
It's a Daco tire day. I wish it was. if I can get in Amanda Hoover's ear and figure out some way to fashion a Daco belt into an inner tube for a 27.5-inch mountain bike tire. Sign.
Stop putting fat dudes on the back of your bike.
Hey, Uber's
hey, man.
expensive.
Everybody needs a ride.
I'm blowing back tires and I'm blowing backs. What's the problem?
Oh my God, no! Oh,
Tuesday
blowing
night.
out backs and back tires.
It's Tuesday night. Adam can say damn near whatever he wants.
It's a screw blown Hemi day every day. Speaking of that, I was just talking to Scotty Palmer earlier. We were just bullshitting about his shop and music and stuff, and I was sending him some Alice in Chains songs and Pantera songs. Anyways, dude, I didn't realize, and I don't know how I didn't realize, but Scott Palmer's got a super bitchin' Hemi CUDA, Pro Mod CUDA. It's cool, dude. It's nice. Yeah, I'm sure I knew that, but I've been used to seeing him doing the NHRA thing and with this dragster and stuff. But yeah, I was like, damn, dude. And then come to find out he's just in Southern Missouri. He's like, dude, come to the shop. I'm like, where you at? He's like, I'm down in shit, dude. I mean, I'm telling you, it is a Nitro Pro Mod. Dude, it is way down in
It's like
southern
Boot Heel,
Missouri,
or is it in
bro.
like, Joplin area?
It's down past Branson, almost to the
Oh,
state
okay.
line.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Gotcha. So
yeah,
yeah,
way the fuck down there.
about 4.5, 5 hour drive.
Probably. Oh yeah. I'd say that's about right.
Yeah, I did to get to Eureka Springs where I got married. It was about, I think, 5.5 hour drive.
Yeah.
A lot of that was some wackadoo Arkansas back roads.
I was trying to think of the name of the town. The town is so small that even if you zoom in really close, you're probably not going to find it.
There's some big racers in Missouri. I mean, I think Howe Racing, isn't that in Jeff City? You got Jeffers.
Really? How racing's in Missouri?
I believe so. Jeff City, I believe.
I know Mark Mickey is.
Maybe that's the one I'm thinking about.
Mark Mickey?
Could be.
Yeah, him and Keith Haney are homeboys.
Yeah.
Yeah. And how awesome is it that they actually won their series?
The Keith Haney won his series?
Yeah. And that Mark Mickey, I think, won his series too. I think in a way, part of it somehow, in a way.
Rules are
Points
important.
or something. Yeah, they are. That they are.
Fuck those rules. And I saw a picture, Travis Harvey, poor guy, he's got all these lead weights in front of his beautiful car, talking about going to race with PDRA guys. I'm like, damn, that's what a crock of shit to have to put that much. Travis Harvey.
Oh yeah. Well, I mean, they got the spotlight on him over there, and so Travis, I think coming out of that big thing with Swanstrom is trying to.
Yeah, he's got a spotlight. Yeah.
So I don't know. I mean, there's a reason why they're going over there. I mean, maybe it's just because it's like a country club, bro. We already know.
Yeah.
That's what it is. It's a club. It's a country club. I'm sure if the ADRL was running over there, maybe they'd come race with us. But I mean, I don't know. I don't know what the difference is. Maybe some guys are just. I don't know.
It feels like there's
to spend money to go slow.
Yeah, it kind of feels like there's almost a growing sentiment out there. Not completely. I'm not saying it's over all the community, but plenty enough of people that are just happy with racing in their backyard.
Yeah.
And that's all they're looking to do.
Yeah, and then James says, I'm putting on a series and going to win it next year. The rules will be simple. If your name isn't James Trolson, you're not allowed to win. That's easy enough, man. Yeah. I'm going to do the same thing. I'm going to put a class with my Cutlass, and we'll just call it the Cutlass class. They're too much us versus them mentality, but too chicken shit to admit it. Yeah, who is that? The PDRA? Yeah, us versus them. Yeah, I can see that. Hey, we'll just let them play in their sandbox over there. They can do their thing.
And they've built a nice little yard to play in.
Yeah.
Rocket. Yeah.
Yeah, you're welcome, guys.
Go for it.
Yeah, they're welcome. Don't forget where you guys came from. ADRL to the front. Woo! Hey, but it's no different. It's kind of like here in St. Louis, right, Prince Adam, when I started Aegis Home Protection, and there were no other home companies, Special Sandbox, and there were no other home companies in St. Louis, right? And then all of a sudden, after people see that you're successful and they're doing it, they want to go and start their own thing. We should do a race, ADRO versus PDRA. I mean, they just wouldn't win.
Yeah, I'm not gonna. There's no way.
I'm
gonna
put weight on
they would our win. Guys, and they're not gonna mess up their trim to take weight off their car. So yeah, that's the difficulty.
There's no way anybody in the PDRA could come close to hanging with anybody in the ADRL.
I don't know. I don't know.
The only ones that in any of those series, like Mark Mickey, running high 50s with some weight. It's pretty quick. I think if he pulled his weight, he could probably run pretty quick. But are we talking their fastest guy pulling weight and coming running ADRL, or is it ADRL adding weight to run with them, or is it ADRL trim versus PDRA trim? Because we already know they're in the high 60s, low 50s. I mean, high 50s, low 60s. So They're just not going to be able to hang.
There'd be no sense in adding weight for the ADRL to go race
Never.
with them, because
We would never do it.
Why do it to go slower? But if they would want to take off weight, I think that similar to what the way it breaks down now, you've got a percentage of every class that's able to run at just a little bit of a faster pace than some of the other cars.
Yeah.
I don't think that the entire class of PDRA could come over, strip weight, and let's just put a name out there for sake, beat Bubba.
You're right, Devin.
Every single time. But there's going to be that same percentage of them that would come over and probably give them a good run for the money.
Sure. I think it'd be cool to do a ADRL versus PDRA versus Midwest. Just like the baddest, six guys from each group. The fastest 6 guys from the PDRA, Midwest, and the ADRL. Or maybe like the best 4 or 5. Whatever. It doesn't matter. Number doesn't matter. But
I got a great idea for
but they would be like, oh, we don't want to take off our weight. We'd have to change our whole, we'd have to shift the transmission back, and we'd have to do this. And they would have to retune their whole car to take the weight off.
They would have to do the same thing that Frankie Taylor did within a 10-hour drive from Flying H down to Texas. So yeah, it sounds impossible.
Yeah. Oh, for sure.
Sounds impossible.
Sounds impossible. Hey, what's up, Dennis?
What's up,
Iowa? My favorite band is from Iowa.
My God, as soon as I saw Iowa,
I know, right? You were like, oh, here, this is coming. That's all right. Yeah.
So set aside 45 seconds and go.
Okay, great. And if anybody can guess my favorite band from Iowa, throw it in the comments. Let's leave it there. We'll keep talking. ADRL versus PDRA, NHRA, IHRA, we still coming out on top for sure. And look, that's why the ADRL is the godfather of Run What You Brung drag racing, grassroots. I like this podcast. ADRL people are nice. We can be. We like to be. Devin, I appreciate you saying that, man. Adam and I are true. We're true. What do you want to say? Like ambassadors for just being good people. Trying to, at least.
I do my best.
But don't mistake kindness for weakness. Ain't that right, PA?
I'll cut your fucking throat. Give me a reason to choose violence.
Give me a reason to shove my hand up your ass and use you as a puppet.
Every day I talk myself off the ledge. Give me one reason.
Oh, Haley, there it is. Look at that. Haley comes out. How did Haley get that?
It's amazing.
Good for you, Haley. Wait, did you text her secretly or some shit?
Nope, they know. See, James knows.
Adam's a bully behind the closed doors. He is. I know. Yes, you're right. It is Slipknot.
Google.
Oh, all right. Yeah, fair enough. Yeah. Shows you used to listen to Slipknot. I really like Slipknot. I used to listen. Yeah. Used to is maybe a good thing to say. Not you definitely Googled it. There's not really much Chester Bennington, Chester Copperpot.
I knew a guy named Chester that drove around in a van without windows. He had a different last name though.
They scare me now. I mean, they've always been, their thing. The music's not that great anymore. Not since they lost their original drummer, Joy Jorderson, and their main guitar player. But they're still a good band. Molester. Chester the Molester. Yeah, of course. A lot of info does come from Google. That's right.
No doubt. Half my show prep and topics come from Google or AI.
That's Beetlejuice. You know what I love? I love the fact that every week we get a couple more people jumping in and hanging out and commenting a little bit, which makes us so much fun. Like if you guys just leave PA and I just to sit here and talk to each other with no engagement, I mean, we can do it. No problem, but it's just so much better when we can like all hang out together, which is kind of what this is about. We all just want to hang out together and just talk.
Take a snapshot of the search history, James.
Yeah. Haley said she didn't Google it.
Haley makes it not
much fun. I'm from Ohio and always have liked ADRL issues.
I'll tell you what, well, Prince Adam would like to get back up into that more northern region.
Talking about that earlier. Yeah,
Yep.
kind of shitty that the Northeast Outlaw Pro Mods have kind of gone away. The prep is customary
Oh, I
before a
prep.
show.
I
Oh
prep
yeah,
heavily before every podcast.
he does. PA does prep heavily before every
Well,
podcast. That's
I
true.
start my prep the moment I wake up.
Yes, he does. I'm just saying another day she's this is how I have to prep for my for the podcast myself. A little Red Bull. It's either Red Bull or coffee, one of the two. Well, good for you, Haley. That's pretty awesome. Steve Avon, 80-year-old has a new heartbeat, and if people just pay attention, they will see it. I want to publicly thank Ryan.
She's telling the truth, but James, I'll tell you what, some of these videos that she's watching, spicy.
Spicy. Has a new heartbeat. If people just want to pay attention, you'll see it. Wait, heading home. Talking about
Out
go check
loud.
out his
Read it-
personal
read it for
Facebook
the- read it
page.
for the
Thanks again.
class.
Oh, I mean, well, it's kind of hard. I'm going through it, but yeah, you see
No,
me
like-
squinting. Like it's pretty bad. I'm
I
giving
see you
myself a
squinting,
headache.
and then it's the every third word is like 80 RL heartbeat. People.
Thank you, Uncle Steve. I
See,
appreciate that. Yeah. Appreciate that. Don't look far in her search history. I don't know what she watches.
I can tell you, brother.
I used to do high school plays and we had to prepare, so I understand what you're saying.
Yep.
Really?
Ryan could
You did
tell
that in
you.
high school?
Ryan could tell you horror stories about the prep for podcasts and the work and everything that goes into them.
Oh yeah. Yeah.
I do not envy his position in this whole thing.
I'm trying to read between the lines, but I'm not fully sure what you're talking about.
I'm just saying that fortunately in our podcast setups, we've got it to where you can just come in. I send you a link.
Yeah.
That's your prep.
Although it does get a little challenging sometimes when just shit just isn't working, or we get stuck in a loop.
Yep. Exactly.
Yeah, no, PA's got it on lockdown. I mean, actually, what Prince Adam's so good at this shit that if something's not working, he can trace down all the wires in his head from where everything's going, from the mixer to the splitters to the camera switcher and to some other, I don't even know what this REI box is, some type of video digital display splitter that goes in the monitor and also into the computer.
Mm-hmm.
That's plugged into the hard drive.
Yeah, we had to split
out of a splitter, dude. It's crazy.
Yep. Fortunately, I was over there and set it up, so I've got the blueprint still in my head for it, but it has come in handy.
Hand
will agree.
Hand E.
Yeah.
You're welcome.
Don't thank me for a handy.
It would not be you that I'm thinking. It would not be you that I would be thinking.
Let's clear that up right now.
We'll clear that up right now. It keeps blurring me out. It's not like picking up on me. It's like, I don't know what it's doing here. Track my hand. So Ryan, where did the ADRL head this year for events? Well, this year. So the beginning of the year, we were in Valdosta. We were at
SGMP,
South Georgia Motorsports Park with Raul and his wife and their awesome family. And I mean that because he's got his whole family there working with him. And that was a great event. Then we went to Montgomery International Dragway with Brad Wheeler and his.
It's the size and color he's used to, so it'd be easy.
I think he's talking to you, Adam, because you got a much thicker.
Yeah, it's girthier. It's not as long, but it's girthy.
I'll be going to bed soon. Thanks for allowing me to come in here. You can come in here anytime you want, Devin. It's all good.
Every Tuesday at around 8:10ish Central Time, and every Thursday 7 p.m. Central Time. It's Thursday is a lot cleaner.
Yeah, Thursday night is definitely our ADRL podcast. That's where we talk about, just strictly ADRL stuff. This used to be something different. Not Adam. He will be disappointed when he gets to Oh, that's funny. But Dennis, so we did Valdosta, and then we did Montgomery International Dragway, and now we are doing Rocket City Dragway in Huntsville, and then we go into Extreme Raceway Park, to Clyde Scott's track, and 3 weeks after that, beginning in November.
15th and 16th.
I will admit that I got bullied a little bit this year, from the PDRA a little bit. I'm not gonna lie. We had released our schedule, and then they decided to put the Shakedown Nationals on at Virginia Motorsports Park the exact same weekend that we had an event scheduled at Rockingham.
It's only 51 other weekends, so you know what are the
Yep.
odds?
And it's only a couple hours past there, and it's kind of like the main thoroughway to get to Virginia Motorsports Park. So after about 4 months of Dan, don't bite each other's heads off, level out. Oh, the guys that bullied me when I was younger are dead. Almost like you, just saying, almost like you have to schedule the year in advance. No, almost like you do. I know, weird, right? So they put this race on, and then so Dan Van Horn, the owner of Rockets, or the owner of Rockingham, was like, "Look, dude, just let you know." And he was up my ass for months and months and months, and he's like, "This is kind of like your last chance, dude. If you want to reschedule or cancel it, do it, because they're going to draw all the pro mods, blah, 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 blah. You won't have a show out." And I thought, man, these guys have been doing this shit for a long time. Okay, fine. Whatever. So we canceled the race. And then, I don't know, about a month prior to that event, maybe a couple weeks prior to the event, the PDRA and Virginia Motorsports Park canceled the race.
Yeah, it was fun.
Yeah, that motherfucker.
It felt good.
But I love
it. Really felt good.
It did feel good. And you know what? I love it. I love that kind of shit. It's all right, man. What doesn't kill you makes you stronger. Just builds a little character. I'm understanding how you folks play in this industry. And it's okay, because let me tell you something.
If anything,
got him. You're goddamn right. They did.
If anything, what a huge testament to the character and people that Dan and Al are.
That's exactly right.
I mean, that of everything that came out of it, that's everything I needed, was just to know. And we already knew their character and knew what type of people they are, but to see that they had the backs of the ADRL to say something and say, "Hey, this is potentially a problem, and our recommendation is reschedule, cancel." And our stubbornness, we said,
Yeah, I was like, fuck them. They're not going to bully me around. And then round number 2, fears you should consider. Fuck them.
When we
round
were
number 3,
face to face with Dan at a Ducks event, I mean, it was, what else can you do? I mean, at that point, it made sense. And had we had the foresight that they were going to cancel the event, certainly wouldn't have. But with all the things that we knew at the time, it was the best decision.
It was, yeah. And that's okay. You know, and then they left us hanging, and that is all right. That's all right. You know, you're just getting a feel for the field. You know, just getting a feel for the people in the field. God, that's a tongue twister.
I guess, yeah.
Yeah, we should have kept that race schedule. It's easy to say when you've got, $80,000 on the line for an event, and the track owner's telling you no one's going to show up. You know, it's a big decision to make. Definitely a big decision to make. All right, guys, enjoy the rest of your night. You too, Dennis. Appreciate you jumping in, man. We got them next year. Shake it off. Oh, I'm not worried about it, Haley. Oh, I appreciate you saying that.
Nope.
Yeah, we're definitely not worried about it. Hey, man, I don't let that shit bother me. If anything, it just, again, it kind of gives you clarity with what you're working with, you know?
Yeah. I mean, the only thing that was really upsetting about it to me was seeing Dan and Al's updates to the track that they'd post online all the time. I'm like, God damn, I'm not going to get to use that. I'm not going to get to see that this year.
I know. Rodney, what's good, dude?
What's up, Rodney?
And that's Jarhead to you, Mr. Wyndham. Just joking. Next year will be bigger and better for sure. Hey, man, you know what? Just doing it, brother. Just doing it. They need it, and if I can help facilitate it, I will. Heck yeah. Old monkey nuts. I like monkey nuts. That's good.
You guys had pet names already.
Yeah. No, Rodney and I are tight.
Wow.
I don't even, that might be misconstrued too.
It's like Adam and James part 2. What's going on here?
Adam and James part 2.
Carter.
Carter, what is up, buddy?
What's up, Mr. Winter Circle?
No, I know. Yeah, his nickname's Checker. Checkered flag.
Yeah, rallies. Rallies and checkers is the same thing.
The linemen are working. Yeah, they are. Yes, they are. Yep. Peanut butter. Right, you are my jam. Peanut butter and jealous. Adam's Pookie. Okay.
Pookie and Pokey.
So who got the Huntsville hotel? You and James or me? I guess I'm gonna have a big old house to myself, huh, PA?
Yeah, we shall see how things go, you know.
No, but hey, I know you guys got kids, but we'll probably be getting in Wednesday night, maybe. Is that right, PA?
I mean, it's only about 6.5, so I'm going to guesstimate, let's say 7 with fuel stop, just to be conservative. Whoa. I think you were planning a Bucky stop, so maybe we'll say 7. Yeah, 7 hours is probably a pretty good guess.
Yeah, and I don't know what time you're wanting to split out on Wednesday. So, I mean, we don't have to talk about that now. But all I was saying is that we got a place, we got a crib, we rented a Airbnb, so we can invite everybody over to fucking destroy it. Sullivan and Stanton cream pie.
I'm so conflicted on how to feel.
I
about
hope that's
that.
oatmeal. Yeah. I guess with Sullivan being included, it would be oatmeal cream pie. Yeah. All right, sweet. Yeah, you are. If Adam's around, you will be. Mike, oh sweet, Mike. Hell yeah. I'll let everybody know the address. Make it easy. We'll just have an old ADRL party and hang out.
Hoedown.
And Thursday night too. Wednesday night, Thursday night, Friday night.
Thursday will probably be more at the track.
Thursday night, you think?
Yeah, I mean, with people showing up and whatever.
Yeah, racers coming in. Well, the gates will close at 8, so
yeah, we always say that, but I can remember 12:45 a.m. letting in of one.
Scott, what's good, dude?
One racer.
What'd you say? Oh yeah. Trying to. No, next time what's the count locked in pro mods? Here, let me count it up real quick. Oh boy, we've got Jimmy Cohen, Rodney Butler, Mr. Scott Coxwell. We got Mr. Mason Coxwell, Mr. Jim Kyle, David Mallory. We've got. Oh, let me scoot back over there. We got Mr. Bob Glenn and Troy Shoemate, Mr. Doug Reister, Bubba Stanton, John Sullivan, Mr. Hank Stubbs, Paul Gibbs. We got Tim Seegers, Daryl Phelps. Let's see. Possibly Bill Clanton, Mr. Tim King, possibly Larry Castile. There's quite a few other ones that are possibilities. Chris Carter, Rick Cate. So I'm not sure what the count is, but it's getting up there. I don't know how many I just numbered off, but at least 16 at this point. 1, 2, 3, 4.
Wanted numbers, not names.
Yeah. Yeah, I think right now at least 16, but I'm hearing there's going to be a lot of James, you're funny. Yep, Hank for sure. Need blower car is going to be cool. Yeah, for sure. And I think there's going to be a turbo car as well. One of those guys or two of those guys are turbo guys. So I mean, we may very well have close to 20 pro mods. Yes, indeed. So it's going to be a good time. And I don't know if I'll announce it here. No, I'll make the post tomorrow.
Save it for Thursday.
Save it for Thursday. Yeah. I'm coming home. That sounds is that an Ozzy song? I'm coming home. Carson Williams. Scott, is that a potential pro mod? Is that a nitrous guy? Carson Williams?
You put Mason.
Mason is for sure. I don't know about Carson Williams. He's not on the list.
Got Carson Graham.
I'm going to put his name on the list though.
Grab a paper and pen.
I'm already in there, dude. Fuck. I've learned. Who's Carson? Mr. Coxwell. Is Carson a nitrous guy?
Big turbo.
Oh, it's going to be a great weekend. Testing on Thursday. Testing on Friday. 11 to 4 on Friday.
Fingers crossed, and here's to hoping that we can
Amen.
have that coming out this 26 to 28 out there. Testing Friday morning.
Friday morning. Yep. We both answered it. I answered it, and then you answered it.
Sorry.
It's okay. I like it. Testing Friday morning. Testing. Testing.
Look, dude, I said I'm sorry.
4.
Get off my ass.
It is going to be a great time. Going need chili and fire pits. Amen. That's Carson and Kane, our 15-year-old boys that are the crew. Oh, gotcha. Let me take.
Might be a tagging in.
Let me take Carson Williams off there. Then
That could be a Facebook tag in. That makes sense.
Yeah, it does make sense for sure.
Need chili and fire pits.
If you guys could think of anybody else, that'd be great. I think that we'd be there Friday. All right, sweet. Bet. No, it's going to be a great ass time. Right now, this will officially, PA, I think, be our best car turnout for these classes.
I'll make sure to let the older women know.
You're going to be crossing the track. It's pretty common. Yeah, because they're over there eating crack at the housing project next door at the end of the track. So come to find out, that's Section 8 housing over there, PA.
Oh, let them rip.
Well, Dave called me today. Dave's like, I saw your... First off, he was complimenting the video, right? He was like, totally love the video. I love your lock-in post. Like Dave was going on and on about it, and I love it, right? And he goes, but one thing I did notice is that the spectators, free entry in the spectators, but you charge parking. You charge parking per carload, which is genius. And I was like, okay. And he goes, but if you didn't know, that subdivision at the end of the track is like Section 8 housing. And he goes, so what are we going to do if people decide just to walk here? And I was like, well, I guess in that case, ride a bike and let them come in.
Walk it
is
up.
what it is. Walk it out.
Yeah,
You can walk that far to get in. Fucking by all means, get in.
Yeah.
I don't care. More the merrier.
Not my problem at that point.
That's right. That's right.
We've clearly stated it's pay for parking. So if you don't have a situation where you need to park it in the stands.
Little kid used to run. Could you imagine being a kid living near a racetrack and just leaving your house and I'm gonna go look at the racetrack and then like running through the field and through the woods and standing there at the end of the track watching? That'd be awesome.
Leaving Thursday. Nice.
Really?
And I can remember growing up and just even here in St. Charles with the Speedway. I used to live pretty far from it, but over at my aunt and uncle's house, so we're a little bit closer. Man, you could hear that thing just roaring.
Oh, let's see.
Those are going to happen.
I think everybody is going to have their own experiences. I am blessed to be able to pretty much get along with anybody. And if I'm not, then I just like cut them off. But so far, my interaction with Dave, the owner, has been nothing short of just fine. No issues, nothing sideways. We both kind of respect where we're coming from, and it's been great so far. So I got nothing to say bad about Dave. I know a couple other people have had issues, but I come from a long history of needing to deal with complicated individuals, and I know that everybody's different in their own way, and you just got to know how to work with them, and that's called leadership. Owner can't control what others do. Stuff happens. Oh yeah, well I did hear Dave did tell me there was like some drunk people show up and they had to have somebody escorted out or something. I was like, hey, look, man, that shit's gonna happen. I mean, It doesn't matter, whatever. I mean, I ain't worried about no drunk people. As long as the cops are there and get them out, that's cool. Owner can't control what others do. Stuff happens. Yeah. Ronnie, get out of here with the No, you know what, Jody? I mean, look, I don't think it's negative. I appreciate you looking out because I'll be honest with you, you're not the only person that has reached out and said something, right? So, I just my experience so far has been great, and we're very transparent with each other. I'm former military, he's government contractor, he deals with military guys, so it's not hard for us to really just kind of be like, hey, I'm not gonna fuck with you, you don't fuck with me, this is the expectations, this is what's gonna happen. And he has that same mindset, I have that same mindset, and
we're all working for the same objective
Same
and same
goal,
goal at the
right.
end of the day. So
Right.
it benefits no one for there to be impediments in the event or anything like that. You hope and plan for it to be as smooth as possible, but there's unforeseeable circumstances that pop up and
Density
out of
altitude
nowhere.
is 116 right now, just in case you're wondering who's looking forward to it.
don't don't let me show my search history of 30-day weather report for Huntsville for the past days. So I'm get it.
When Jones lady had it, track went to shit because her son dealing with drugs. Oh,
Yeah.
yeah. No, I heard about all the past history. But you know what? I heard about it. But here's the beautiful thing. Being new on this side of the fence, nothing's jaded in my world. I've got no bias on anybody. I don't know any of the history from a lot of the bullshit, right? Other than what I hear, and it's just
And
like,
and it's tough to
I
really
get to
put
carve
a
my own new path.
and with Dave or I mean with anybody,
Damn right,
let's
Carter.
just take Dave out of the equation, but anybody who's a track owner within their first year or running their first season at the new track, there's gonna be there's some hiccups. There's gonna be some things that
I'm
you go in with a plan and then that plan has to change and you find a plan that's better and you
That's right.
adapt and you overcome each year it gets better and better. So
That's right.
yeah, I'm not putting too much.
Well, and look,
I hear it, but yeah, I don't put too much.
well, Adam, and I'm sure, dude, that what you drinking? I'm drinking some mother effing Red Bull, baby. Gets me going. Gets this little heart fluttering. Gives me heart palpitations like I'm gonna have a heart attack every once in a while, and that's all right.
Yeah, that's
Drinking in that ugly vein. I've I've never seen a crackhead do coke off a bleacher level.
Hey, first
I've
time
seen
for anything,
people do. I've seen people do coke in all kinds of crazy places. If I did, I'd be extremely impressed. Yeah, a little bit of rubber, a little bit of parking lot gravel mixed with their shit. That's kind of funny. But you know what, PA? I mean, I'm sure that maybe a couple guys at some point has not had the greatest things to say about me. I mean, everybody's got their opinion and they all stink.
I've apologized and deleted those posts.
Yeah. yeah, right. You're all gonna explore HSV. Yeah, I mean, we were talking about doing that Wednesday night, weren't we?
We talked about doing it Thursday.
Oh, Thursday. Okay.
Podcast.
Yeah. And what was HSV? What was that? I forgot the name of it.
Huntsville. I mean, that's just the abbreviation for Huntsville. So
I thought we were talking about going and doing a ghost thing out there.
We had talked about we had mentioned Joker had brought up last week when we were talking about the Sloss furnaces, but those are in Birmingham, which isn't a huge distance away, but
Nick HIV.
Yeah, I thought HPV. So it's not far out of the reach. I mean, it's actually the Sloss furnace. Here we go. Since we're talking about it. In the years following the Civil War, Birmingham's Sloss furnace became a mecca for pig iron, needed for thousands of steel products around the country. Unfortunately, this industrial boom, coupled with the city's seemingly overnight transition into a metropolis, came at a cost. In the early 1900s, James Slag Wormwood, the foreman for the graveyard shift between sunset and sunrise at Sloss furnace, led a group of over 100 workers who lived in cramped housing on the furnace site, forced them to take dangerous risks to speed up production. During his reign, 47 workers lost their lives and numerous others lost their ability to work due to horrific accidents, including an explosion that left 6 blind. The rumor is that workers fed up with their daunting and dangerous nights fed Slag into the furnace in October of 1906. After his disappearance, workers continuously complained of an unnatural presence in the worksite, and some complained of being pushed from behind or being told by a mysterious voice to get back to work.
You know what, dude? I think I might have seen a Ghost Hunters episode there.
Probably. It's a pretty
isn't it a big, like, old industrial non-functioning
it looks like like cement land and all that bullshit that guy from City Museum builds.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
It looks like that, but
is it iron? Is there a lot of iron and like silos and
a bunch of pipes and all sorts of craziness? So yeah, that's over in Birmingham.
Y'all could stop in Nashville and help me let freedom ring. Amen. I'm not sure what that means. Adam, is that inside joke? I'm just kidding.
I'm thinking about Freedom Ring. We're firing off some guns and drinking beer.
Amen. Fucking right.
So yeah, that is the story behind Sloss Furnace down in Birmingham.
Sloth's Furnace.
But yep, that'd be a place I would not have too many objections to go into. There's also the Redmond Hotel in Birmingham. It's the oldest and most historic hotel. The Redmond had surprisingly haunted past. Apparently, the ghost of a woman in white who passed away in the hotel has been seen on the 9th floor. Additionally, the ghost of former owner Clifton Stiles is said to walk the halls, and a small dog is seen trotting the hotel as well. But the most famous ghost of the hotel is the famous singer Hank Williams, who's been seen in the room he stayed in right before his death. Guests have also reported strange occurrences such as opening of doors, movement of furniture and baggage. So yeah, I always like celebrity ghosts.
Celebrity. I mean, could you imagine being could you imagine being a celebrity ghost? But like that's just not one thing. That's usually it's not a celebrity that turned into a ghost. I mean that I'm
you have the not completely normal. Yeah, I mean I don't think there's some reports of Marilyn Monroe. I think it's suicide or dramatic death situations like the Tate LaBianca murders with the Mansons. There's paranormal activity that's been reported at that property still, even after they've demolished and rebuilt the house. So hard to say. Oh yeah, there's a couple of haunted hotels in Alabama. The Tutwiler. There's a few.
Tutwiler. Yeah, you don't fuck with ghosts though.
I do. What about the Cecil? Yeah, Cecil's out in California. It seems like it's got activity, but it also has a high transient population and things like that. So it's hard to really say what could be paranormal in a place like that.
You got bums living up in the rafters and shit.
Yeah, you don't really have great secure access to a place.
Right. 1.5 hours away.
Yeah, Sloss Furnace, definitely check that one out. I've seen some pretty good videos on that one. There's a house in Tuscaloosa called the Dersh House that keeps coming up in things, but
Dirtbag house.
It's not really a great story. There's an old hospital, Old Bryce Hospital in Northport, Alabama, and a few other places. So yeah, a lot of fun paranormal activity down there in Alabama.
Oh dang, just got the email. Pack your bags. It's almost time for your trip to Harvest, Alabama.
Oh, for
our Airbnb.
Airbnb.
Airbnb. Yep. If anybody's near Harvest, come kick it. Even if you're not, still drive there and come kick it. Cool story. One time we stayed in Clear Lake, Iowa as kids, where Buddy Holly's plane crashed and my pops told me my sister to buy
See that nerd coming out of the forest.
Oh, that's funny. What's low ET next weekend? I'm gonna bet that we'll get. Man, I mean, I don't know if you're putting me on the spot or not. I'm not trying to, Bubba right now is the fastest.
Mm-hmm.
And, with Clyde Scott's track being just short of a radial track prep, as long as Dave's got a good rein on the track and everything's prepped good and people are making it down, I don't see why Bubba can't hit I don't know. I'm sure, 54, 53. I mean, if it's cool, maybe something. I mean, I'd love to see 40s, but yeah, 55, Bubba. Yeah, I'm thinking 54, 50. I mean, dude, and look, he wasn't even totally lighting the wick on it when he ran a 52 at XRP. He's not trying to blow shit up, but
well, they've got their little series championship
this weekend
down there at XRP this weekend.
Well, maybe Scott's talking about Scott. Are you talking about the Huntsville race or the XRP race? Next weekend would be this weekend. Oh, okay. Well, I don't know. I guess we'll see how they roll at James, you got a lot of these top dragster guys.
James,
Scott, I would say 55, Bubba, something.
James is out there trying to catch some heat from a door car, just begging a door car to.
I know I'm using James as a
Air
shit
down the
talking hook for some of the dragster guys. I'm like, hey, James said he's looking for somebody to beat up on because he knows he's the fastest guy there. And I don't know if that's scaring people off. And they're like, yeah, we know. That's why we're not coming. No, no one's actually said that. But
Oh yeah.
oh no, we know Hank's there. Hank's got Bubba's old car.
Oh yeah.
I'm not. All I'm simply saying is that Bubba's car now is faster than his car that he had. That Bubba has.
Bubba ran a 3.52, and that's hard. You can't discount that happened.
Yeah,
no doubt about that.
And I think he can go faster. I see Bubba running a 48 with that car. Not in Huntsville. Hank for the upset. I'd love it. I would love to see an upset from Hank, man. I love Hank so much. He's such a cool guy, man. He's genuinely a good soul of a human.
So sick of red cars. Jesus.
I know, man. No, we're going to have to start changing shit up, man. We're going to need names. We're going to need some new raps, guys. I mean, come on. I need a door car to actually come fuck me up. I mean, I don't think that would be a problem, James. I don't think that'd be a problem. And actually, I think maybe that'd be a good lineup, huh, Scott? Why don't we line Hank up against Trolson? See what happens.
Clyde threw 100 or 1,000 at that race down at XRP, and Hank hasn't bit yet.
Oh, he did, didn't he?
Yes, he did.
I thought Bubba ran 351 at Rockingham. Nope, 352. Oh, last fall? No, no one's ran 351.
No, I mean, maybe
not anytime.
53 or 54, something like that.
Yeah.
But 352, that's the fastest.
That's got to be probably the fastest Bubba's ran in a long time, if ever. I mean, has Bubba ever ran faster than a 52?
I feel like that's probably.
I know there's a couple people that have run 48s and 49s, like you got Frankie and a couple of those guys. Some folks buy their way out of a race.
Some people buy their way right to the top of it too.
That's fucking right, dude.
All the whole scale.
Yep.
Damn.
Again, Huntsville, any door car got action off the trailer. And I could see your confidence there, James, because it's a good he ran 51 versus Frankie's 48. I would need to know when that was at what race, because I'm not familiar with that. Bubba and I have been pretty tight since the beginning of last year. I mean, unless it was in like 22 or 21 or something like that.
Could have been
but I mean, I don't know everything. So, James, I mean, I think, dude, I'm going to tell you, I almost have Scotty Palmer coming up to Huntsville. He's working on his car right now. I hope that he can make it. Keith Goolsby, he may come up there as well to Huntsville. So there's still some unknowns. Actually have a couple. I have a no prep guy that wants me to call him, so I'm going to be calling him. And I mean, I'd love to have a no prep guy out there, but I can't pay them a whole bunch of money to show up. I'm sure they'll want to make money off merchandise, but I'd like to have him at the race. Be like, hey man, why don't you just come compete for the sake of getting your ass beat a little bit by some true grassroots run with your brung cars. We have pulled off several upsets over the years.
That's the beauty of it. I mean, Bubba can have his 3.52 all day, every day, but if he doesn't come to the track with a Dayco belt, he's just going to walk out with second, third place. And that's a fucking fact.
Yeah, I mean, I believe that Hank can put it on YouTube. Frankie Taylor. Oh, I know that Frankie hit a 48. Yeah, for sure. No, I'm familiar with Frankie's 48. And the shit, that was like 10 years ago. I mean, dude, there's no reason why 12 viewers.
What's up, John?
It'll make you 13. But you're missing it. There's an extra zero on the end. There's at least 120,000 viewers right now. You guys are huge now. I know. That's what she said. I saw the pass. Yes, you did. Bubba was running him. Just remember us little guys. Yeah, we will, man. We will,
this
for sure.
Guy. I'll block this guy.
Oh, Ben. Yeah, he's Yeah, Ben and I actually started going to the gym in Monday, Wednesday, Friday mornings, and he was looking for somebody to be an accountability partner. I was like, dude, I can do that. And second day in, he calls off. There you go, Ben.
Accountability, buddy.
There it is. So accountability means I get to call you out when you need accountability. Yeah, we'll be there as long as you don't give me a babysitter excuse. Justin needs to hang out a week and get some. They will be at Steel this weekend. Oof.
Yeah, have them hang over.
Yeah. Bubba Gap Frankie. There's Clyde.
Welcome to the party, XRP.
welcome to the party.
Little XRP.
Little XRP action. But Justin needs to hang out a week and get some. They will be at Steel this week. Gotcha. Oh, you're referring to oh, that's funny shit. Clyde, hope all's well, brother.
Indeed.
Just a short month away. We'll be down there hanging out, having a good old time. I know that's going to be a good race too at Extreme Raceway Park for sure. I know that I got some of the Keith Haney's coming down there. We're going to have Scott Palmer for sure is going to be down there. Keith Goolsby for sure is coming down. There's going to be a lot of guys. It's going to be a great race. A lot of really fast cars.
Luis and any other
Luis and his
people
radio
that have
car.
cars. Yeah, any other radio cars with balls.
Yep. So yeah, it's going to be cool. I've got a new name for that class, the merged class, the combined class. Doing great, man. Amazing racing. It will super preps to turn them cars loose. Amen.
Damn right.
Amen. And it's going to happen too. I'm anxious to see how old Keith Haney does. I told him to rip all that dead skin off that snake, see what it runs. His black mamba. Said, rip that dead skin off, man. Let's see what you do. He's like, I'll be at XRP for sure. And I was like, all right, sweet. And Goolsby, I think, has a pretty fast car too. XRP's greatest track by a mile.
Or should I say?
By 8 miles. Yeah, 315 radials. Yeah. Yeah, so it's going to be a good one, man. There's going to be a lot of really fast cars there. Mike, good night, brother. Hell yeah. Catch you in the AM.
Boy.
You know, I got to be up early myself so I can go meet Ben at the gym and get our gymming on.
Yeah, get your sweat on.
Uh-huh. Nothing better than waking up at 4:30 in the morning, getting ready and going to the gym and killing yourself for an hour and a half before your day gets started. Haley, good night.
See ya.
See ya. So yeah, man. It's gonna be a good time. Good time, PA. Good time.
Yes, indeed. Yes.
You guys at least look in each other's eyes when you grunt. Usually I'm trying to get my sack as close to his head while he's bench pressing that I can without it getting weird.
That's why they have mirrors in the gym, so they can have that eye contact. Even if it's not direct, it's still within the mirror.
Scott Coxwell. Yes. Spectators are free.
Yep. Just
if you're rolling in a car, you got to pay. So if anybody wants to hump a mile to get in there or get dropped off, it is what it is. I remember somebody said, what do you mean it's free spectator entry, but you got to pay to park? Do you mean that if I rode my bike and I just ditched in the woods, I could walk in? I said, yep.
Yeah.
And he's like, nah, I wasn't expecting that answer. I was like, I know you weren't. Hey, the more the merrier. But you show up in a car, you pay.
Yeah.
You want to walk a mile to get there? Hey, there you go. You earned it.
If you see me riding your bike in the pits, don't get mad.
That's right. That's right. Free spectator entry, other than parking. And that's from car to bus, bike to bus. Doesn't matter.
Pack them in.
It does not matter.
Pass the savings along.
Or bike you pay. Yeah, that's right. From bike to bus. That's right. If you show up on a bike, you're paying. So ditch it in the woods before you get to the gate. There you go, Haley. You just walk in. Yeah, for sure.
Yeah, damn right. I'll bring the green slime. You know what I'm talking about.
I'm interested in doing a I'm gonna bring the Burromax and I'll do some racing on the Burromax. Anybody want to do some racing? Anybody want to do a little racing? A little match racing? A little bracket racing? I don't know.
I'll just be tooling around the pits on it with the camera.
Yeah, I was thinking maybe like pit car races. That'd be fun.
It does, but they're not for your feet.
It's for his seat.
Well, no, you take the seat off. What are we doing? Why are we wasting time with the seat? It's a good question.
What are we cooking on Thursday night? I don't know, man. Look, I got an Airbnb. I wish I had a rig. I can't wait to get a rig so I can stop doing this. If anybody's interested, has got a camper and RV sitting around that wants to work out a deal with me or something I can use for next year to go to these races, that would be way better. I would love to stay on the track, but chase you down the 8th mile and reel you back in at the top end. Chase you down. There you go. I'll be on my Burromax. That'd be fun. But yeah, that would be awesome. We'll get to that point. I got a few prospects of mine, PA, for campers. What sucks is that we had been staying on the tracks, but some of the tracks don't have hookups. So anytime you rent an RV, they don't want you to use the generator, so you kind of get stuck.
That poor air mattress.
Yeah, no, I got an Airbnb, a big old Airbnb.
Stay at the track.
I know it is.
It's where it's at.
It is. Saying you buy me a toter and I'll pull a trailer with it and we get it 50-50.
I've heard worse deals.
All right. Fair enough. Yeah, right?
Yeah, exactly.
I'll be like, where's Adam?
We're editing.
Oh, I better not knock on that door.
Editing
Weird.
film. Just editing film.
What are you guys doing in there? We're just editing film. We're just editing film. Yeah, no hookup sucks, but what you gonna do? I don't know. I'll tell you what you're not gonna do is you're not gonna rent a RV to park at the track because they won't let you use the generator. That sucks. Do motorhomes have access to the track Thursday night? Yes. Yeah, but before 8:00. As long as you can get there before 8 p.m. because they're gonna close the gates at 8. And Adam and I are not gonna stick around. We're not fucking sticking around the gate for anybody that's coming after 8. Sorry. We ran that gauntlet the last 2 times. It got stuck there for hours waiting on somebody. And it ain't fucking happening again. Sorry.
It wasn't too bad at SGMP, but I was staying at the track at SGMP, so it made it a little bit easier.
Yeah, no, this time 8:00, I'm gone. I'll be at the house. But to your point, Mike, yes, you can show up Thursday. You just have to get there before 8 p.m. Guys. Oh, this is about as homoerotic as it gets.
I'm telling you, Tuesday gets wild.
This is way different than even in the Marine Corps. You can't run generators at night, laugh out loud. No. Like if you rent an RV, like RV share or anything like that, they won't let you run the generators. Like you can really only rent an RV through RV share if there's full hookups. So if a track doesn't have full hookups, then I got to get an Airbnb or a hotel.
At least electric.
Or at least electric. Right, exactly. Yeah.
I mean, from my side of things, with all the
for sure
batteries and recharging and all that sort of stuff, yeah, it's not homo.
Does that just mean as long as someone has socks on? So it's not gay if you're as long as you're not like touching feet?
It's not gay in a 3-way. Justin Timberlake and Andy Samberg have already laid that out for us. They've already made that song.
What is it?
It's not gay in a 3-way.
Oh, gotcha. Cruise America. Trying to figure out a way to get Steve Wiley to let me use his rig.
Yeah, and he's got a smaller trailer that he just listed online today for $5,000
To sleep in?
I mean, I could throw a hammock in it and a split AC unit and make it.
Yeah.
But yeah, it wouldn't be too conducive for that part.
Well, but they don't have any like I see these, but these aren't like class A type.
And even
That's
at
kind of
least
what we're looking for.
C, class C would work.
Oh wait, what are we looking for? Class A. I like the big ones. Class A is what we're looking for, if I'm not mistaken.
Like a straight up RV, drivable.
Yeah, yeah, fuck yeah. That's what I want. Or a gooseneck. You know, if they can come drop off a gooseneck or some shit.
Yeah, the fifth wheels at Rockingham, those fifth wheels are great.
Yeah, the fifth wheels of Rockingham were awesome.
Except yours with the propane alarm continually going off.
Oh my god, what the fuck was that about? Golly, that was horrible. That was pretty horrible. Not gonna lie. That was pretty horrible.
Yeah, my trailer was nice and peaceful.
Yes, it was. Good for you. Oh wait, no. Didn't yours have issues too? Didn't you have something wrong with the shower or something? No, I don't know. They all had issues.
Yeah, I mean, nothing was perfect. It had a lived-in smell before I got in there, so I had to freshen the air in there as quickly as possible, which no problem.
Yeah. Yeah, no, these are all class C camper, which they're still kind of big though. But I don't want to not to be
by the hour for the generator.
Not to be petty, but I mean, I don't want to try not to really rent something that says 1-800-RV for rent pasted down the side of it. I mean, I know that sounds super petty and whatever, but it's all right. I'll figure something out. I'm going to figure something out. We'll be rolling in a big ass fucking pusher, big old fat diesel pusher wrapped in 80RL.
It smelled like moldy cat. I don't know how to describe the smell. It wasn't pleasant, but it wasn't like, oh my God, this is disgusting. It was just you walk in and you're like,
Yeah, it smelled like old bed foam.
Yeah, something's off, but
yeah. No, it was no good.
Yep. It was a short-lived problem.
Mm-hmm. That is correct. That was a short-lived problem.
Yeah, cats. I hate pussy.
Yeah. No, but I'm looking for like a 44-foot big old 44 class A, couple 2 or 3 slide outs. You know what I'm talking about. You know what I mean. That's what I'm looking for. Something nice. Something for a few hundred, probably. Would it probably run about, I'd imagine. 400.
Yeah, I mean top end.
300 or 400. Well, no, that's like maybe a few years old with some miles on it. Like like an Aspire or something like that. But yeah, we'll figure it out. You trying to pimp? No, I'm just trying to be comfortable, man. That's just how I roll. I pushed the broom long enough. I'm ready to splurge a little bit. Smells like ass in this thing. Don't buy new. They're just junky old ones. No, I agree 100%. It would have to be a handful of years old. And a good old diesel pusher with some slide outs. Just something, something nice. Something used.
Something borrowed, something blue.
Yeah. Had a buddy of mine say, hey, you want to buy mine? I was like, how much? He's like, oh, probably like 1.5. I'm like, whoa. Yeah, no, brother. I'm not paying $1.5 million for a fucking RV. Not my thing. I think Kenny Ford has some campers. We sold him a few. Kenny Ford is, all jokes aside, motorhome was a nightmare always working on you. No one wants camper you lived in. Oh my gosh. I mean, RV Share does have class A's. They do. But
And if it was a situation where it was a partnership or something like that, I could understand the signage display.
Yeah, right. I'm sorry, I'm not Adam. Maybe one day.
Well,
I love your guys' relationship.
We all have to have goals to aspire to.
Yeah, for sure. Or perspire to.
Exactly.
Oh wait, especially the one Vaughn may or may not have been conceived. uh, oh, you guys making a mess,
Yeah.
making messes, dumping loads like a dump truck
Oh yeah.
all over the place. Like a, I got nothing.
Nope. I'm pretty much tapped out as well. I mean, I only ran through a couple of the highlights from some haunted places in Alabama, so I scratched that off my list. I tried to do some research and was hoping to find, some sort of paranormal stories related to drag racing, but wasn't able to pull any of those out.
Hmm.
Couldn't find that out in the old interwebs.
Huh. There were definitely loads dumped. Amen.
All 8 of these people are in the circle of safety.
Yes, yes. We're in our own world. It's all right. With the exception of how these end up getting thousands of views a week later. So
Yeah.
just know.
Yeah, don't be deceived by the number now. It's
Yeah.
in about 7 days it does eclipse 1,000.
Yeah, for sure. So, but it's all good. We're all human.
Yeah, we're all just out here living life.
That's right.
So what would you think is, and there is a track out there that is known to be the most haunted. Any guesses here in the United States? It's a storied track. I mean, it's one people would know just by name.
Okay, say that one more time.
Most haunted track in racetrack in America.
Most haunted racetrack in America.
I was able to find that.
Oh, well, I don't know. I mean, there's a lot of track. Is it still around?
Oh yeah.
Okay. Is it Rockingham?
No.
Okay. Okay. Can you?
This would be
North, south, east, or west?
More north.
Central. More north.
Yeah.
Mike says Bristol.
Not Bristol. More north.
North.
Mm-hmm. I mean, I could probably give 500 clues that could rein this one in.
I don't know.
Well, the 500 was a clue.
Oh. All right.
James got it.
Yeah. Yeah.
The
500 was a clue.
Yeah, Indianapolis Motor Speedway is reportedly the most haunted racetrack facility in the United States. 73 deaths in total at the track, 41 of those being racers in its storied history.
Wow.
The Indianapolis Motorsports Speedway Museum down in the basement is said to be a pretty active area where they have a lot of the archives and things stored, and even reports of at times in the middle of the night hearing the sounds of a race going on above them.
No.
Yeah.
Like haunted fucking race cars?
Yeah, like the sound of race cars still going. In 1999, Tony Stewart stayed at the track in the infield. He was the only person in the track and said in an interview that it was unlike anything he had ever been at before, and it was like the track was alive. You could hear noises of people working on cars, drills, zoom, zoom, all that sort of stuff that was happening. And he said it was to the point to where anytime he would turn a corner, he would be expecting to see somebody there because it just felt like people were everywhere.
Really?
Mm-hmm.
That's crazy, dude.
In the 1980s, patron went there with their child, got a program for the race, and then after the race, the kid had mentioned that he had the program signed by one of the racers, and the parent was like, okay, I mean, I guess maybe I wasn't paying attention for a moment. And when they got home, they look at the signature and they say that the signature matches exactly the signature of Eddie Sachs, who died at Indy in 1964.
No way.
That is one of the reports there.
Do you think it's possible that a apparition or a ghost can physically sign something? That's a new
Um,
one. I mean, because if they can move
I mean, if they could shut
objects,
a door, yeah, physical manipulation isn't outside of the realm of possibility if they're able to manipulate
that's like
things like
super
door.
manipulation. That's like I'm holding something and writing.
It's real. Yeah, I mean, that would be a real powerful specific thing. But the other thing that does lead a little bit of credence to it is that it was a child, and kids don't have that mental filter or block.
Yeah,
That
it's like the
input.
sixth sense.
Right. They don't know that this shouldn't be happening, so they're a little bit more susceptible and open. So I mean, it's not impossible. Odd. I mean, if somebody were to have an Eddie Sachs signature on a 1980s program, 20 plus years after he died, that would be questionable. That would definitely be odd.
Yeah.
So yeah, I don't know. It's very possible. Apparently, the Nuremberg ring over in Germany, there's a section of it that's no longer in use, and it was a section that was highly dangerous and led to a lot of fatalities and accidents. So that's one of the reasons that they closed it. But people have said that when we're driving through that stretch before they closed it, that they would see shadowy people going in between trees along the side of the track. Dale Earnhardt at Indy had a incident where he was going on test runs and pulled over and just stopped. Wouldn't say why, but there's rumors it was paranormal. Don't know. Couldn't find too much out
Really?
about that. And then in '82, Gordon Smiley, while he was getting strapped into his car, said, "I'm going to hit 200 or die trying." And going into turn 3, lost traction on his car. He was giving it hell.
At 199 miles an hour.
Probably just shy of it. Lost control, lost traction, slammed into the overcorrected, causing his car to violently whip back and crash into the wall.
Yeah, that's crazy, dude.
So yeah. Yeah, but I was curious if there's any ghostly stories of racing out there, and that's what I come up with.
No, I tell you,
everything was ghost tracks. Tracks that no longer exist.
Ghost tracks. Now I'm gonna have to watch SpongeBob before I go to sleep to get this off my mind, and I can sleep at night.
This is the stuff I watch to go to sleep.
Adam and I, we lived in a house that I'm like 99.9. I'll just say I'm 100% certain that it had paranormal activity going on when we were roommates 25 years ago. But a ghost story I have, which I didn't see it. I didn't see this, but as a Marine, I had the privilege of going to Iwo Jima, which, if you know what Iwo Jima is, was a very strategic island in the Pacific that the heavy fighting that the U.S. had to take in order to create an airstrip to land the Enola Gay and some bombers so that we could make it to Japan to drop some nukes. So Iwo Jima was also where the Marines raised the flag on Mount Suribachi. It's the famous picture of the Marines, raising the flag up. So I had the privilege of going there with like 15 other Marines, and we hiked the whole island for a day. And then that first night, we hiked to the top of Mount Suribachi, where they got a little memorial up there and a bunch of dog tags and shit. And we stayed the night up there. Well, there's no animals on this island. I mean, it's out in the middle of the Pacific. It's like a 3-mile long island by a mile wide. There's really no there's no animals on this island. It's just all like jungle. You might have bugs and shit. But we were staying the night on top, and you could hear people and screaming coming from down below, because it's basically
they were entrenched. They were dug deep into Iwo Jima, because we bombarded that island for days with battleships and through artillery shell after artillery shell.
Yeah,
where you'd think nothing would survive. So let's go walk onto this beach and take it, and then all of a sudden,
it was
out
bad,
they
dude.
came, and it was nasty.
And on the side of Mount Suribachi, they have this big giant cannon. It was called the Rising Sun. It was like it was about 18 foot long, and it aimed directly at the beach. And when you see it, I got a picture of me sitting on top of it, but just knowing that was shooting those giant rounds out at the beach. And then, the Marines would dig fighting holes, and the Japanese would sneak out at night and then attack Marines when they were in their fighting holes.
Yeah, they did things.
They did,
Japan
but
did some things.
they did, but it wasn't good enough because we fucking decimated them.
Well, sure.
However, so my point is that first night that we stayed the night on top of Mount Suribachi and the whole rest of the island was below us, you could hear. I remember going, dude, is that a fucking bird? Did I just hear screaming? And you would hear different voices down there and screaming. Dude, I was like, dude, this place is haunted as shit, dude.
There's a lot of life lost there suddenly and
Oh,
unknowingly.
man.
So yeah.
Oh, dude. Yeah, for sure. That was like my first time that we had talked about it. And like my first experience with the paranormal before Adam and I were roommates, just hearing that yelling and voices down there and shit. It was crazy. I was like, damn. And there was nobody there. We were the only ones there on top of a mountain, and you could hear it coming from the jungle down there. It was insane. But anyways, and then Adam and I had our little haunted place. That was fun.
That was a good time.
Good times, faux show.
That was a good time. I do love me a good haunted place.
Who's the guy behind Adam?
It's Manny.
That's Manny. Now
Yeah.
Haley's all freaking out. Dude, who's that behind you, Adam?
I don't know what you're talking about.
It's a demon for sure. You got to bring Manny with us and just set him up.
At least the mask. I mean, that's the beauty of Manny. Is Manny could be anybody at any point in time because it's a mask. You don't know.
Be our mask, Scott.
A little
mask,
bit.
Ott.
A little bit.
For sure. All right, man. I'm spent.
Yep. I've covered just about everything that I can cover. We scared Haley. So, yeah, everything's off my list.
That's right. Hey, what was that movie? What's the movie where there's three of them? Paranormal? What's the movie?
Paranormal Activities?
Oh, Paranormal Activity. Yeah.
There are about 7 of those.
Yeah. If you guys have never seen Paranormal Activity, those are great. It's all like done through video cams and households. If you give me a mask, I'll chase you. That's right.
Yeah, if you have any of your toes or anything sticking out from the blankets, that's exactly what they go for. So
yeah, and hide all your clown dolls. I think I watched Poltergeist again the other night. Just love it. I want to find a replica Poltergeist clown. That would be super dope. I wonder if anybody makes them.
I'm sure there's probably a replica or something out there. I mean, it was based off of a real toy at one point, so I'm sure it has to be something.
Oh, they do. They sure do. The Poltergeist clown.
Only replica. You're the only doll in that house, huh?
Oh yeah, that's creepy. Dude, it is the same one. No way. Oh yeah. No, it's good.
Yeah, just get that and set it outside the kids' room one morning. Just wait.
Yeah.
Stevie clocking in the head with her cast.
Yeah, Lori's like, do not turn that movie on, please. I'm like, hell yeah. I watched this movie when I was a kid. I thought it was awesome.
It was. Still is.
Still is.
Still holds up.
It does. All right, man.
Alrighty, y'alls. We will wrap this one up. We'll catch you on Thursday for another episode. It'll be the last in-studio episode of the 80-Year-Old podcast before the event. Not positive. We'll see on the Tuesday night podcast. It's always hard to commit on those because I got so much equipment to tear down, but we may be able to throw something together.
Yeah, if anything, we can go live maybe from our phones or some shit.
Yep, always happens.
Okay, cool.
All right, y'all.
Peace and chicken grease.
Bulls on parade.
And fuck off.
Fuck off.